It's an extra wrap-up.
Okay, it's an extra wrap-up. It's Monday morning. It's a bit grim outside in Liverpool. Liverpool had a grim day on Saturday at Manchester City. But we thought we'd do an extra one of these. It just feels like there's quite a bit to talk about. Obviously what happened at Manchester City, Sevilla on Wednesday as well, and just a little bit about the mood, about Liverpool's performance, about how we all feel really. I mean, John, you know, I've been looking at sort of what Klopp said and what a lot of fans have said since the results at the weekend, 5-0 obviously. City's biggest win against Liverpool for I think it was 82 years. And I've seen the coping mechanism, if you like, for many people seems to just be, oh well, bad day at the office, Sadio Mane's red card went against us and it tipped from there. For me, I'm sort of right now struggling with that one because I think there was a lot of concerning things for me about the performance. Okay, it's at 10 men, okay, City are a great side and, you know, favourites for the Premier League and everything else, but I think there was a lack of fight, there's a lack of heart, and some of the goals that were scored were just far too easy, and you know, even basics like just sort of following a 1-2 and things like that didn't seem to be happening. Huge holes in the Liverpool defence as well, and question marks I think about Klopp as well. I think, you know, seen a few people saying, you know, he's bomb-proof and you can't discuss him, but he's not and you can, and I just think, you know, I didn't understand why it took Salah off at half time. No. Thought that was a bit of a white flag. Salah was the only one to me, well not the only one, but certainly the main threat for Liverpool, and so to take him off really, you know, he was the obvious outlet. You know, you had Otamendi on a yellow card already for trying to deal with him, and you just thought, you know, we can continue to target him maybe second half and maybe we get them down to 10, but it didn't happen. It was 5-0, it was a horrible day. It was a horrible weather in Manchester as well. It was horrible waiting around for the tram home in wet weather, listening to Crow and Manx. So we're trying to cheer ourselves up, bacon butty and a brew, Monday morning. John, how are you feeling about it all?
I know what you're saying. I think a lot of it will depend on how the team bounces back, and I think that's the key thing, is that the manager can say it doesn't matter, you know, it's a bad day at the office, and that the fans can, I've seen fans say that as well, you know, it's enough, just write it off and move on. But will the players be prepared to do that, or will they be a bit scarred from it? And I think in the past we've seen, you know, winning teams take a hammer and then go on to do good things, and there's been examples thrown around of that. I've seen people have said that the Man United team gets to be 5-0 at Newcastle, goes on to win the league. There's a one-time City hammer Man United and then go really close, get to 89 points, and that's fair enough. But there's other examples of sides, you know, when Arsenal come to Anfield and just get blown away, and they never really recovered that season, do they? And you still sense that a little bit scarred from it when they come to Anfield. So I think we'll just have to see what this team's made of now, and if they go into the Sevilla game coming up and they're all guns blazing and things like that, then we can say, oh, you know, we can write it off. You know, the next two games are huge now. They need to beat Sevilla and they need a good win against Burnley, I would say, and then you can write City off as a bad day. Not really before then, because I'm interested to see kind of what this team's made of now, because I'm with you. I don't think you can look at it necessarily as just one game, because it brought up a lot of the insecurities that we had as fans anyway. Yeah. So a lot of the things you could level at this team, that they should have bought a centre-half in the summer, that everyone's kind of been saying, and the drop-off if one of Matip or Lovren doesn't pay down to Clavin is too severe. The fact that a lot of people are concerned that we haven't really got a proper defensive midfielder, as someone who's an out-and-out person who kind of plays in that role, really, that the team's a little bit too nice, and also that the team looks great when everything's gone well for it and it's got a backwind, and when we're on the front foot it looks brilliant, but as soon as something goes slightly wrong, then you worry about it. And that was the case. Yeah, we're talking about the Seville game on Wednesday. You know, we all remember the Europa League final, where first off it's going well, we look terrific, suddenly when we don't, and everyone's kind of heads fall off. So I still worry that team's a bit like that. It's a little bit fragile. So halfway between, I guess you and the people sort of that you've seen, that you've mentioned, really, and that I think we're just going to have to wait and see. But I have got concerns about this Liverpool team, and the concerns were, you know, played out in front of us at the weekend, I think.
Yeah, I mean, I think you saw nerves sort of as early as the first half. I mean, if we're going to do positives, I think Liverpool do create chances. Mo Salah should certainly score and do better. His decision making in the final third was a bit of a a hindrance really, despite him causing City so many problems. There was, you know, a couple of occasions where he could have pulled it back to Wijnaldum, and instead he's putting it too close to the keeper. But certainly that first sort of half hour, we do create City problems, but Liverpool's last shot in the game is 31 minutes and from then on in, you know, we know what happens. Mane's sent off, Liverpool start to look a bit, feel like they're feeling sorry for themselves, and then we see the result that we see. But even before that, I thought there was little things as well when you talk about concerns. So we saw Trent put it out for a corner when he's trying to pass it back. He looked nervous. He certainly had a bad day at the office. I mean, he showed some character in terms of just kept on going. But you know, he's obviously playing against some great opposition. But at the same time, he was making some unforced errors. Thought you saw similar from Henderson. His passing was off. Not a great day for him. And then, as you say, Klavan as well. I mean, you know, the first goal is such a gimme for City. It's so annoying because, you know, Aguero's never going to miss a chance like that, and to allow a straight pass straight through the middle of your defence, leaving him one-on-one to score with the keeper, so annoying. And when you watch it back, when you see the positioning of the players, you know, it seems like everyone's stepped out. Klavan hasn't got on it. He's sort of keeping two of them on the side. Matip hasn't noticed that his mate's all at sea and tried to cover. Yeah. And it's just a bit of a mess, isn't it? It
is, and I think they never seem to get the line right from the frustrating thing for the first goal for me is we kind of won the ball, and we won the ball from good pressing, and then we're just a bit kind of too cautious with it, and I'm not sure they really backed themselves enough generally kind of in that game. I thought, you know, we played with some confidence when we were going there, but we were just sort of holding something back. I felt even at 0-0, but we'll see how they bounce back on Wednesday.
Yeah, much more of this in terms of on the free podcast, which we do every week, and also things like the Tuesday review as well, which goes into a bit more depth about what happened. Okay, we are on Liverpool's party street, Matthew Street. Right now, not much of a party on a Monday morning, but on Wednesday afternoon we expect it to be absolutely buzzing along here. Sevilla fans having a drink, having a shout, having a sing, getting themselves up for going to Anfield for what is a huge Champions League game against Liverpool. These are the two sides that I think everyone expects to be battling it out to be top of the group. It'll be a tough game, but also, you know, a game that offers us an opportunity to get Man City out of our system, and it's fantastic, isn't it, to be in Liverpool, John, on a big European day stroke night.
Yeah, no, it is. It's something I really miss when we're not in Europe, and we weren't last year, and the city comes alive much more so than the league games for the European ones. Seville fans, I'm sure, will travel en masse. They won't have been to Anfield before. We played there before, obviously, in the Europa League final, but didn't get a chance to come here, and foreign fans love the chance to kind of come to Anfield and stuff like that. Makes you realise again what a big club Liverpool is. It'll be a huge game for them, but as you say, it's a big game for us as well, a chance for us to bounce back. So I think the players can't feel too sorry for themselves, the fans can't either. We've all got to create a brilliant atmosphere on Wednesday and get the team through, because like you say, they're a good side.
Yeah, I mean, it's a big story over there as well. I mean, I had a call yesterday from a Spanish journalist who's putting something together about the match, and he was saying, you know, the fans are really looking forward to coming over here. They've obviously heard all the stories about Anfield and its atmosphere, and they're looking forward to getting stuck in, no doubt, after watching Liverpool get beat 5-0. So yeah, we've got to show them really what we're about. I mean, Sevilla are no mugs. They finished 4th in La Liga last season. They've started this season unbeaten. They won at the weekend, and they've got some players that you'll recognise in their squad. Not so many that were there from when we lost them in the Europa League final. Only 3 remain, but nevertheless some attacking talent, and their style of play as well is a pressing one. They like to get stuck in. They like to do what Liverpool do, really. So it should be another open game, another game that sort of not what you'd expect really for a European game. You expect the away side to sort of sit back and take it, but it sounds like they're going to come and have a go.
No, I don't think they will either, but I'm sure that's what the fans want. As I say, they're going to be flooding here, so Matthew Street here will be booming on Wednesday. People out early, out drinking, and that's what it's all about. So I might come and join them, who knows, you know, research.
Yeah, why not? And that research will feature on all our social media. We'll be doing loads of podcasts, we'll be doing more videos like this, so follow us on all of those platforms. It's the Anfield app, stay with us.